That did not work out as planned. I need a better plan. So, bought a sailboat. And this boat reminds me of my first business. You see, my first business, it was a little bit of a disaster. So I got this boat about 3 months ago, very excited to get it in the water. But like most things in life, it's a lot harder, takes a lot more time than I ever expected. This boat has been filled with challenges. The wiring was a mess. This front D-ring was loose and leaky. It required a lot of epoxy, restructuring, things like that. The old motor didn't work. The new motor didn't fit. So now I have to rebuild that. And like my first business, I was very excited. We were going to go on great adventures. But here I am, redoing the electrical system and other systems in the boat. I didn't understand business systems. See, like most people, I had the entrepreneurial seizure. I was a great carpenter. I was a great builder. And I believed I could do things better than my boss. So I took off on my own, started my own business. Beautiful Homes LLC. Did I know what an LLC was? Kinda. Did I know how to run one? Definitely not. You see, I didn't understand all the systems that it took to run a successful business. What I did know was how to do my job well. So what did I end up doing? I ended up building myself a job and not a business. I'd work long, hard hours, making very little money because I didn't know how to price properly. And I was miserable. I did that for a few years and shut it down. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people. They're really good at their job, so they're going to go off and they're going to start their own business. And then they find out that it's a lot harder than they ever expected. They're working long hours, not making enough money, and like me, they ended up shutting it down. Years later, I learned what I needed to learn. It took a while, but I finally learned what I needed to learn to actually grow a business that had some success. And it was a lot more than I ever thought it would be. And like this boat, I learned as I went, and that's not the easiest way to do it. I did end up finding some good mentors. I read a lot of books, but man, it was a lot harder than I ever thought. So whenever you see somebody that's built a beautiful business, something that you're envious of, just know they've gone through a lot of challenges to get there. They've had ups, they've had downs, they've had failures, and maybe now they're succeeding, and maybe that's what you're seeing now. But they didn't start off that way. So I guess my point is, if you're building a business, expect it to be hard. It's going to be a lot of work. So are sailboats. See you next time.